Well, obviously, we got to start with the blocked field goal, sort of kicking off the big play game for the defense. And something that got mentioned in the post game was they thought that there was a chance of getting a block against that Washington special teams unit. Did you have that sort of confidence that you guys were going to be able to disrupt their field goal games to that extent?
Oh, that's an every week thing. I mean, every week you just have to believe that you're gonna get that block punt, like get that kick return, you know. So I mean, that's what we go out like me, Herkett, Craig, and Aaron. We always go out there like, hey, let's go get this one, like, and it just happened, and it was great. It was great to finally have it happen.
And the stadium apparently registered 118 decibels after that block, which is pretty much jet engine territory. From there on the field, you know, you're hyping up the crowd. What was that like from your perspective?
I don't know. It was just a kind of unreal. Like that north end zone, it gets really loud. Period. So it was just really cool.
Logan Jones was saying last week that you're the hardest D tackle he's gone up against in the run game. Kind of, how have you seen him grow over these last 2 years?
You know, I remember when Logan switched. I walked in on him on the indoor, and he was getting snaps in. Ooh, that was the ugliest sight ever. And we joke about it all the time because I like took a video of him, and it's funny. You know, it's really cool because Logan Jones, me and him go head to head a lot, and it's really fun because he makes me better, and I hopefully get him better too.
Do you still look at the video a lot?
Whenever it pops up in my memories, I think it's funny. I'll send it to him and be like, hey, you remember this day? And he's like, yeah, that's I'm glad I'm better than that. Yeah.
What kind of weapon is that north end zone turning into for you guys on defense?
You know, to have the crowd behind your back kind of sucks because, like, I can't hear anything, period. Like, I can barely hear myself. But at the same time, it's, like, the greatest, like, feeling ever to, like, have a whole crowd behind your back.
How much times louder is it there versus south end zone?
Like, early in the game, I feel like I just can't hear anything, period, wherever I am on the field. But, like, getting down there, like, a red zone, it's just like, wow, like, speak up. Can't hear anything. Like, I wish I had, like, coach in my ear telling me things, too.
With Aiden Childs, seems like he when a play is broken, he tries to push the ball vertically downfield just to create something out of nothing. I guess how important is it for you guys to really stay in your keys, and what have you kind of seen from Michigan State's quarterback heading into this?
Heading into it, I mean, it really comes down to us working as a D-line. When we really get down to it, it's keeping the quarterback in the pocket, making the plays, like starting something so the other 3 guys can help you out and finish the play.
When it comes to, you've been going up against this offensive line for some time. I mean, with all the returning experience, how have you seen them just progress and kind of see them kind of piece things together this season, maybe more so than the last couple of years? What can you kind of point to? Just experience, or is it just kind of the day-by-day focus?
Both. I mean, like the years you go on, you're gonna gain experience and different things, create your own type of play style. But at the same time, like playing with the guys next to you with more experience, you're gonna be able to play off each other.
Was it nice not to have like a tale of two halves? Like to Washington, it seems like you guys were really playing a complete game, whether it be from special teams, offense, defense. It seemed like everything was just flowing right, and especially in special teams. I mean, it just seemed like there was no weak point in it. Did you guys feel like you played a complete game?
I don't think anyone thinks we played a complete game yet. We always talk about like putting 2 halves together, but nobody's really played the best game yet, and we know that, and that's the beauty of it.
Are you pleased with your consistency this season?
No. I mean, you guys, what you guys see is you think it's consistency, but when I come in the building and the guys around me, we know we can be better. So I wouldn't say it's consistency, but it's something like that.
What do you have to improve then?
Everything, you know, from pad level to hands to doing better on a pass rush. You know what I mean? It's you got to put the pieces together, and then hopefully we can play our best game then.
Going up against this offensive line in practice, what gives you confidence in their abilities?
Everything. I mean, man, going against our offensive line, they really set the tone. Like, they're a really energetic group, like a strong, like bonded group of guys that they show that they're really together. And so that like makes us work even harder because they know what they're doing, what we're gonna be getting into. So it's really cool.
What's it like playing alongside Deontay Greg?
I love being beside Greg. I mean, I don't play on his side as often, but when I do, it's always great. Great communication. He's a really like fun guy to be around.
What was it like to see Aaron have the game that he against?
It's great to see Aaron. Like I love that kid. Yeah, man. He's sometimes a wild card, but he does what he needs to do, and he trusts that we have his back whenever he goes and gets it. You know what I mean? So I love seeing him go do it.
Speaking of guys that you've been practicing against for years now, Tyler Ellsbury goes in for an injured Bo Stevens, and the offense barely even breaks stride, if at all, with him in there. What's it been like to see Ellsbury, get some snaps with all that experience, someone that you've practiced so much against, and that he's dishing it out to somebody else and not you this time?
Ellsbury, he's clearly been. It's a work in progress. Like, it's a loading bar waiting for a shot, and to get in the game and like not skip a beat. It's great to see that. I mean, I love going against Els. He has one of the strongest grips ever. It's like, it reminds me of like Kyler shot. He like latch onto you and wouldn't let go. That's what Tyler reminds me of.
Thanks.
A lot of the discussion around the offense was to give the defense a break. Like, they need to be more effective to give the defense a little bit more time to rest during their series. When the offense goes out and has a one-play drive, scores a touchdown, what's the difference between that compared to like going out after they fumble the ball on the first play?
The difference, energy-wise, even if it's 3 and out, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not gonna give 100%, you're gonna give 100%, but what's that? You guys know that? What's the like relationship analogy? Like, like both sides are gonna give 100%, but it's not gonna be 100% all the time, or something like that.
Like a
Yeah,
symbiotic.
it's like the give and take,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like that. We're all playing off each other. So no matter what, we're all gonna play off each other. So at the end of the day, one play drive touchdown, I'm working with it. I like it. Love to see it, 3 and out. Hey, let the special teams go out there, put it down there, and let's go do our thing.
What have you seen from Max Llewellyn? He got a little bit of time last year, but man, every opportunity he's gotten this year, it feels like he's getting a sack or recovering a fumble. He's doing something big every time.
Yeah, he's been growing. You know what I mean? From a mental standpoint, he's been growing, and that spin move, man, I love to see it. And like, he does it in practice, and you're like, man, will that really work in game? And then he does it in game, and he gets his sack, and it really just like, we all love to see it. We all hype him up for that.
One or two more. Did you get a chance to see Logan Jones put the Washington defender in the
Yeah,
pictures?
we saw that clip in film.
What was the reaction from everybody when you saw him film? Kind of remind you like the Blind Side?
Oh yeah, 100%. We were all like, look, come on, like, it might get flagged, you know what I mean? But like, it's like, that's a guy that's gonna finish it, and I'm just glad it wasn't me in practice.
And speaking of earning flags, Dayton Howard spiking a football. Are you surprised he wasn't cut from the team immediately for that?
No,
in front of all those kids.
Okay. Can't be mad at him. Like, first touchdown in collegiate football, like, you can't be mad. Like, it's a 15-yard penalty. Like, we all harp on like penalties, like, but like, I was excited for him, like, to spike a football. I didn't see it, I might have been looking elsewhere, but like, to spike a football, like, happy for his first touchdown. I'm not mad at him, but now, like, after this, you've been there, you know what I mean? So,
Thanks, Wyatt.
Thanks, appreciate it.